So the purpose of this video is to show off my playfield protection. First, we're going to go down to the local arcade. We're going to show you what other playfields look like. So some of these games you see, they just came out 3 or 4 months ago. So these are brand new on-location games. One of these machines actually came out 3 weeks ago and was just put on the floor 3 weeks ago. And you can see basically all of them are scratched up pretty bad, or there's, just starting after 3 weeks, they're already getting scratched up pretty bad. So one other thing I want to show you, this is a personal game that I own. What I did is I took the apron off, just so I had a spot that I could scratch. I took some steel wool, scratched it for just a second or two, and you can see here in the demonstration that it's really scratched up already just by taking some steel wool for just a few seconds. Hey everybody, so this is my playfield protection, steel wool. Time is 11:48. We're gonna do a time lapse here. We're gonna just scratch this thing a bunch. So I'm gonna start here. We'll take a big section like this. The white spot, if it's scratched, would probably be easy to see, maybe some black. So we're just gonna go like this. Look how quick I'm going. And we're gonna keep doing this for, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes, we'll see. And then I'll put it as a time lapse and we'll see how everything looks as it goes. So one thing to note as I'm doing this, this isn't a very harsh test, right? We have pieces of steel, we have a lot of them, and it's not a round ball bearing. It's got rough. If you feel it, it's gonna grab you and scratch your hand up. So it's not like a ball bearing that's smooth. And yeah, I mean, it's an abusive test. So you got all these fibers of steel scratching it, and that's simulating thousands of balls. And here, every stroke is, maybe 100 different times a ball would go over a specific area. So we're talking about 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700. I mean, we're talking about thousands of plays of pinball right here already in a couple minutes. All right, we're just a little over 5 minutes. By eye, I see nothing on here. Let's see as we shine this over. Let me actually bring the light on. It'll be a little bit easier. Various angles. There's fuzz from the steel wool, but there's no scratching that's happened. All right, we've now reached 10 minutes. I got some natural light coming in that might help to look, but you can see there is nothing going on that coat. Now, again, when I applied this, you'll see this was my first go, and I didn't do it with a proper applicator, so you're seeing a couple of spots I had to manually scrape up and get the lamination to work. So that's what you're seeing here. Again, you're not going to see that in the future. This is just when I did everything by hand, and I got some proper tooling now to apply this. So here we go again. We're gonna keep going till 30 minutes here. All right, time right now, 12:04. We're just about 15 minutes in. So you can see there's nothing really going on. I wish I would have actually done the faces. It would have been kind of nicer if you got a little bit better color and the print resolution is better. I took it from source, straight from the movie, and the movie's old, so yeah, I think it would have been nicer to see this applied a little bit smoother too, so the clear looks a little bit better. You can see I'm just going right over these faces. Nothing's going on. Nothing. Not a single scratch. So, let's see, it's 17 minutes in. I'm gonna go to, I don't know, how many minutes do I need to go to prove my point? I'm gonna go to 20. I think you get the point. That's a lot of simulated balls going over top of this, man. It's a lot of scratch testing. All right, guys, so here's the final results. You saw I went over the faces a little bit, so I'll just show you. You saw the other Playfield, it was scratched almost immediately. I'm not seeing anything here. There's a couple swirl marks and stuff, but there's nothing that I consider a scratch. From the naked eye, it looks pretty flawless. You see some stuff going in here. Let me see. Yeah, that looks like it just wiped right out. And now you see it's all vertical. So it's like oil and whatnot getting in there with maybe some tiny micro scratching. But it's mostly like oil from my finger from the steel wool. So yeah, I don't see any scratching in here. We'll show this off at some trade shows. There's my fingerprint. So yeah, we'll show this off at some trade shows and demo it so you guys can see it at some point. But here's the black part that we went over a lot. Again, I keep getting my fingerprints all over here, but no scratching. I mean, we beat that up. You saw that. I beat that a lot. All the way up through here, I don't see any scratching and nothing major compared to what you just saw at the beginning of this video with other games. So that's it, guys. That's my demonstration here, this Playfield protection material.